everyone, Sam from United People's TV, here to preview the upcoming game this weekend. The FA Cup is here, third round. We've got Sheffield United at home at Old Trafford. Head over to the Bet Victor Weekender show. I'm on there this week with Jason Cundy from TalkSport, with Flav from The Fighting Cock and James from Ball Street. And we talk about everything from Scunthorpe hopefully beating Chelsea to our hot shots, who we think we're going to score this week. Make sure you head over there, some great videos. But we're here to preview the game this weekend, as I said, against Sheffield United. Finally, United are coming into a game off a win. We beat Swansea at the weekend, 2-1. Some fantastic play from Young and Martial overall. Sublime goal from Rooney, 2-1 victory. First win since November. That's absolute madness, really, when you think about it. But United won a really, really terrible run of form. And now we head into the FA Cup. FA Cup third round, everyone knows it. It's the round of shocks, isn't it? My prediction for this is I don't think it's going to be a shock. We'll get onto that later on. Heading into the game, as I said, we beat Swansea 2-1, so I'm not going to say it's not a game-changing moment, it's not a turnaround, it's not going to be all of a sudden United are great again, but at least we won a game. And what we've shown in our last two games, in that first 45 minutes against Chelsea, and in that 90 minutes against Swansea, we played some real football. I've got my suspicions whether that's Louis van Gaal doing that, or Ryan Giggs is having a little bit more influence, or whether it's just Van Gaal saying, you know what, my process isn't working. I'm going to loosen the shackles a bit. And he saw it. I mean, Young and Martial on the wings. It was kind of United of old. You know, we scrapped all the passing here, passing there, which went to the wings, had pace, ran at players, and we got the balls in the box, and it worked. Young's great cross, Martial headed it in, 1-0. Martial's great footwork created the opportunity for Rooney to, end his drought and get back on the score sheet. So in that sense, we should have some sort of confidence coming into the game. I mean, let me know in the comments below, how confident are you going into it? Are you still a bit sceptical? I mean, I'm still sceptical, but we're at home against Sheffield United. You know, they're coming into the game. They've won 4 in the last 5. So they are in good form, but they're a League One side, and we should be beating these teams. But I did say this before Norwich, and I probably did say this before Bournemouth as well. And that didn't really work out for me. So I'm kind of putting my neck on the line here. But we should be beating Sheffield United at home. They've got Billy Sharp, who scored 11 goals this season, but it's Billy Sharp. I mean, I think that Mata has more pace than Billy Sharp. And if he can somehow run past our defence, then I don't know what's going on. It's the FA Cup, so I do expect Louis van Gaal there's kind of two ways to look at it. I do expect him to play a strong team because it's his best chance of winning silverware. So I don't think he's going to put out the kids. I think ever since we lost 4-0 to MK Dons last season, his mentality on cup games has been switched ever since. If you look at the team that played against MK Dons to our squad now, hardly anybody is in the team anymore. And obviously we lost against Middlesbrough in the Capital One Cup. That was a terrible game. Lost on penalties. You knew we were going to lose on penalties before we even took one. But for that reason, I think that Van Gaal's going to put out a very strong team. But on the other hand, I don't think he's going to play every single player. I personally think that Martial's going to be given a rest. He's been given a few days off this week by Louis van Gaal. I think he's gone back to Paris, or that's either going to happen next week. But seeing as we've got Newcastle next week, probably won't be next week. So for that reason, I can probably see Rooney starting up front. And he scored. Rooney scored a goal, and it was a cracking goal. But let's not take away from the fact that he missed like 3-4 sitters in the game. Martial also scored, but again, Martial, he missed a few opportunities. And that's kind of been United's problem this season. If you look at the curve of the season, the start of the season, as it progressed, we were winning games, but we were really struggling to score. We had not many chances, but when we had chances, we were fluffing our lines. And then we went through a terrible run, lost to Wolfsburg, lost to Bournemouth, lost to Norwich, lost to Stoke. We weren't even creating chances then at all, so we couldn't miss the opportunities. Now it's come back full circle, and now we're making chances again. We're heading into this Sheffield United game off the back of a win. So we should be winning this. So my prediction for this game, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I don't think it's going to be a glorious game of football, but I think it'll be a comfortable 2-1 win. I think United will go 2-0 up, maybe get a little bit complacent, and then Sheffield will get one back. But we should have enough in us. It's either going to be 2-1 or 3-1. Maybe they'll hit on the counter, and then they'll try and push forward, and we'll hit them on the counter and finish the game off with a 3-1. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. But as I said, everything on paper here points towards United, but that's been the case quite a few times this season. It hasn't really worked out like that. So who knows? But my prediction is a United win. Make sure you head over, as I said before, to the Bet Victor Weekender show where I predict the United game. You already know my prediction now, but you don't know my hot shots and you don't know my predictions for the other games. So make sure you head over there, some great content. Subscribe if you're new to United People's TV. Drop a like on the video because it always helps. And hopefully, we'll see you after Saturday, after a win. And we're into the 4th round of the FA Cup. Take it easy, guys.
The third round in particular, there's these names that you've never heard of before that become sort of superstars. Royce and Doe, maybe not third round, 2 seconds long, and then
it was. I mean, look, they've got lots of attacking prowess down their left. They've got Laird, the left back.